Good, y'all sleep, y'all tired. I'm good. Awesome. What's the question?
You got anything? Come on, Isaiah, I know you're ready.
So what's been the transition for you, especially now starting your first fall camp, to be the offensive coordinator?
Everything's been good, man. It's been fun, enjoying the process. The staff's been great, coach has been great. And really just, after, when you go through the summer where you're working through things, you're doing recruiting, and then you get into July where you get a little time off, spend time with the family doing those things. Now getting back with the players, it's just been refreshing to get back with them. It's been great, so been loving it. Busy, but good.
Awesome.
Sherrone, are you basically doing the same stuff you were doing last year with Coach Gaddis, or are there some different things on your plate now this season?
Yeah, different things. Part of the play calling now, so it's a little bit different. And but it's been good, man. It's been an easy transition. I think I tried as much as I could to be a part of that last year, and be involved in that. And it's super collaborative how we do things. It's fun. It's great, and everybody bounces ideas off of each other. But it's been good. It's a little different, a little bit more, but it's been great for me.
In terms of the mechanics of calling the plays on game days, how do you anticipate that's going to work?
Yeah, we'll be collaborative. We have a method to how we're doing things. We've been pretty smooth so far, and it's just been rolling. The kids have really adjusted it. Everything's been good.
What are the expectations of this offense this year, given all the pieces you guys have back?
We have our goals, right? The same goals that Coach set out. We got the teams that we want to beat, and we know where we want to be at the end of the day. But for us right now, we just want to focus on those days, focus on each day, and not try to look too far ahead. Because when you start to do that, you start to forget the little details that you got to do and put in place then. So we've been trying to just harp on every little thing that we can now. We know we can be as good as anybody, but we got to work to get there. It's not gonna be handed to us. We got to go take it. So we've been working every day to just get better.
On the left there.
Sherrone, Cade was asked about the identity of the offense at Big Ten Media Days, and he said it may not be determined until the season begins, or maybe even afterwards. Do you guys anticipate figuring that out before, or how quickly do you think that gets coming?
I think it just goes through fall camp. You just figure out as you go. You start to figure out. You put the installs in. We're only day 4, so we're practice, so you don't really know yet. We've only had pads on for 2 days, but you can kind of see things and how they develop. You don't know. Hi, Roman. You don't really know what's going on as far as the identity of what it all is going to look like when the ball snapped on game 1. So still trying to figure that out, and we will take our time when we get there.
When do you guys think you had that figured out last year?
I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. I think it was just a rhythm. I think the kids just figured out at some point, maybe a little later in camp, or after we got at those first 3 games. I think the guys figured out kind of who we were going to be, and we just took it from there.
Branden?
What are the biggest strengths of Olu's game, and how's he kind of fitting in now that he's been here a little while?
Yeah, first his experience. He's started 36 games in college football, and that's a valuable experience. But he's strong, he's smart. When he came here, it was like he's been here for 4 years already. He's an outstanding young man on and off the field. Great human being, but he's an outstanding player. So he just has a great all-around game of what he can do, and obviously with his accolades that he had last year, speak to that. But he's really not. He's very, he just takes it day by day and tries to get better. That's it. So he's really stepping up as a player and trying to be a leader for the experience that he's had in his college football career as well.
And obviously different player than the Stardust. Do you do different stuff with it, or is it kind of plug and play with a guy with that much experience? How does that work?
Yeah, you implement the offense, you see what you got, and then you keep going from there. So, day 4, what we're doing, it's not just him, but it's everybody. It's the whole line, it's the receivers, it's the running backs, and we know who those players are, but we continue to shape and mold everything to their strengths as we go.
Michael?
Sherrone, in Indianapolis, Jim talked about wanting to run the ball similar to the way you guys did last year, but he also said he could envision a scenario where the passing game takes steps forward or is involved more frequently. I guess if that is to happen, do you have to adjust anything in terms of the way you distribute reps in practice? Do you focus more on the passing game than you would have last year to try and bring it along, or does that not really correlate?
No, I think we try to be 50-50, try to balance it out. We don't ever want to be one way, one pass, one run. You got to continue to work on everything because we're not ever going to be a finished product in the run game. So you can't just throw away that and do more pass game. You know, so we're always trying to be as balanced as possible in everything we do.
Isaiah?